Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I was thinking the other day of videos that I wanted to do, maybe some different like favorites and things. And I was thinking that when I meet people like in Ulta or Sephora or just anyone, like if I'm out with John and he tells someone that I do YouTube, or anytime makeup comes up, one of the first questions people ask me is about concealer, especially women that are like 30 and above. I think once you hit like around 30, 35, that's when concealer and makeup is just not as easy. When we're in our teens and 20s, it just seems like we can slap on anything and it works. So I went through my concealers. I have some here in this Trish McEvoy box. And then I picked out the ones, and I've been thinking about this for about a week now. So I've been trying to really think about which ones I use on a daily basis and why I use each one, because there's different techniques, different amounts of coverage, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm gonna start out with eye cream, because along with Botox, eye cream makes a big difference. Now, Botox, I typically do not get any Botox right here. I still have those wrinkles because I don't like the way if you get Botox here, it will really make your cheeks bunch up. Okay, with that said, I did get a little bit, it's like everything else, you know? Sometimes being skinny and looking good in my clothes is better than eating, and then sometimes eating is better than being skinny and looking good in my clothes. That's just, I go back and forth, and that's how it is with the Botox. Sometimes I would just rather have the wrinkles and then my face look better, and then last time I decided, well, and I think you kind of forget too, like the negatives. And so last time I said, you know, this time, and this was months and months ago, you can see it's definitely wearing off. You see all my wrinkles there, thank goodness. Thank goodness it's wearing off, because I don't know if you've noticed it in the last couple months. I had it done right here, and she ended up doing a little bit in here too, because she said if you don't, you'll pull and get like those bunny lines or something. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had that before. But what it does is it makes your under eyes kind of more sunken in. I think it's because it freezes it and then the rest of your cheeks pushed up or something. So keep that in mind, you know, when you're thinking about that. Really, with Botox period or filler or anything, there is always a secondary effect that happens. And so sometimes you just have to try out something and see, you know, is that secondary effect worth it? Now, you're lucky that you're not on YouTube and people analyzing your face all the time. I was thinking about that when I did what I like to wear when I feel fat. Think about those times that you feel so fat. What if you had to do 3 videos a week and outfits of the day? Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this today, but I make myself do it because it's really not a big deal in the whole scheme of things. So if you do get a little bit of Botox, Dysport, I think is almost better because it's not as, I say it's not as strong, but I feel like it's not as intense in one spot. Sometimes if I get just a little bit of Dysport out here, none in here or none down here, it does soften a little bit. And what you'll have is less wrinkles under here, and therefore you'll think, oh my goodness, this concealer is the best. It's the best. Or you'll think this under eye powder, it is amazing. And then all of a sudden you'll think, oh gosh, it stopped working for me. That is because your Botox wore off. That's just, I've noticed that with lots of things. So that is one thing that could help if you have extremely wrinkled under eyes. Even getting a little bit of Dysport or something out here will really help that. Okay, eye cream. I am not a big, huge eye cream, you know, person. I've never been one, you know, I've never really even worn it the whole time. But lately, I have really noticed that wearing an eye cream, I use one with like retinol in it at night. I feel like that has helped, and I feel like these really help. This is the Ole Henrikson Banana Bright Eye Cream and the Mercier Illuminating Eye Cream. The Ole Henrikson is definitely, it's more of a yellow tone and it's more emollient. So I would say if you have really dry under eyes, you may really like that. I really like this Laura Mercier Illuminating because it's more of a white tone and it's not as emollient, but I feel like it's a little bit more like illuminating. That is what I have under my eyes now, and that is what I've been wearing, you know, gosh, for the ever since I got it, really. I mean, I will switch back and forth because I do like the banana. I think it's good. Of course, I think it's good to have both because you can kind of gauge like how dry your under eyes are. But if I am keeping up with the night eye cream, I find that I can use the Laura Mercier in the morning. So let's start out with probably one of my most worn, and that is the NARS Radiant Concealer. Custard is my color. I think I saw so many people using ginger, and I decided to try ginger, but it's not brightening enough. So that is ginger, but I kept it because I was thinking this would be a good one for like on my face, like if I wanted to try to just, and then there's custard, so you can see how much brighter. I believe they're, you know, the same family, the same tone. So I love custard though. This is what I use if I want to put on a foundation and then I can do the whole triangle under eye. I can just do a little bit. If you want it to be a little bit stronger, let it dry a little bit. But it is just, this is something I would recommend to almost anyone. I think it is just such a good all around medium coverage, you know, just a good concealer. So that is definitely one I would recommend. Then similar to the NARS is the Fenty. And I have two colors in this one. I have 200, which is more of a pink tone. A lot of times I'll do that. I'll get a neutral pinker tone and then I will get a warmer tone and just decide which one, and then sometimes even mix them. And then this one is 210. These are very similar. I would say they are a little bit heavier and creamier than the NARS, but I use them in the same way. It's one that I would put on top of foundation or after I apply my foundation. They give a good solid medium coverage and they are just so pretty. The tone is gorgeous. That's the thing, you have to find the tones that you like. You have to find one that has the coverage you like and that doesn't crease throughout the day. Now that comes with setting it, and maybe I'll do a video on my under eye favorite setting powders, but these do not, I hate to say they don't need to be set, but if you didn't set them, it wouldn't be the end of the world. They're not just like really creamy. They do dry down and they're just really pretty. So let me blend these out. And you can see that it's about the same amount of coverage as the NARS. It's just there's way more on the wand of the Fenty. Look who just came in. He's my biggest boy. He is just, oh my gosh, he is just glorious. When you hold him, he just melts in your arms. He is so fluffy, so fat. He is the best. I love this boy. You love mama? You wanna get down? Oh, goodness, he's so big. Okay, so let's go on to, oh, I knew I had another one. When I was showing you the NARS, I was thinking, I've got another NARS. This is the NARS Matte, Soft Matte. This is so different. This is almost like a tool to me, or it's something where I take a brush, usually like there's a Smashbox brush that I use, like a concealer buffing type brush, and I get some on my brush and it's dry. It's really a dry consistency, and you can almost take it and paint it on like you are just painting away the dark circles. And you have to just make sure you're doing a really small amount, and it's just beautiful. It is really good. And the colors are not the same in both formulas. So in this, I wear the creme brulee. I think I got the custard and it was too dark. And this really has a good like pinky undertone, but still being in our family, the warm neutral family, it is just so good. All of these I would feel really comfortable if you went out and got. So these are all tried and true, believe me. Okay, so old school, Tarte, ShapeTape. This will always, always be in my collection. Now this is one I can take like right now. Oops. I can put a dot on the back of my hand. This is how I like to apply it. Rub it in, and you can just kind of dot it right over your, I barely got any left, right over your existing foundation and everything. It is just, I love it, but I cannot, that is one that I cannot use just from the wand like this. It is just too thick, too much coverage. It's, one thing that's good about it is it does have like, it's a drier formula. It does dry down, but that can work against you if you put too much on. My favorite way of applying it is to put it on my hand, you know, do it, maybe do it in your fingers like this, and then pat it on exactly where you want it, because you don't want too much of this. Like, if you've been wondering why everybody loves this and you don't, try it that way. It's just, it is really good. I mean, the coverage is amazing. It really is. And the color I get is light medium. I have tried so many other colors like light medium sand, medium, but light medium seems to be a good one for me. Okay, let's see. Let's go to a drugstore. The Revlon, no, it's Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Such a good, is this Maybelline too? Let's go ahead and show all of these. These favorite drugstore concealers of all times. I can't imagine anything. I have tried so many other ones. These have the sponge. I've got the brighter, the neutralizer, and then warm light here. Just so good. I would compare them to maybe the NARS if I had to compare with coverage. Now this is a newer one that I started using, and this I would compare to maybe the Tarte, the coverage of the ShapeTape, but better. And I do the same thing. I've got light, medium, number 30, and then I've got light. Light medium is the one I use the most, but put just the smallest little dab on your hand like that, and do it the same way, kind of blend it in, and you can just put it right where you need it. And it just looks so pretty. It is so good. This is one of the best ones. My friend Susie told me about that one. Okay, now the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. This is another one that I really love and I always forget about, but it is so good. And whew, looks like I need to, I wonder if this is one you need to close too, because it's coming all out. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one's a mess right now. We're gonna kind of clean it off. This is definitely a thicker formula. I would compare this to maybe, Tarte ShapeTape. When I rub it out and feel it, but look at the coverage. I mean, amazing. And you can always take it and go around your nose and then your smile lines like that. Or this is always a good place too. Like right in here. Makes your mouth look prettier. Get rid of that shadow that we get. Like that. That is really pretty. Now we're getting down to the last 4 products. The one I've been using the most lately, as in the last probably 2 weeks, has been this one. It's the DIOR Forever Skin Correct. I have 2 colors, but the one that I like the most is the 1.5 Neutral. I also have the 2.0 Warm, and it was, here again, the same thing. I just got both of them to see which one I liked the best. And this one is just, oh, it's just that fresh tone that's just neutral enough without being pink or gray or yellow. And this one I love to use. This is what I use today. I love to use this when I do my concealer and my cream contour first, and then I go over with my foundation. Today I use the Giorgio or the Armani Beauty fabric, in number 6, and I just put that over, you know, where I already had this, and I used the Fenty bronzer. And so that one I just have been loving. It has a beautiful tone. It has a silky texture. It has, see, the coverage is good, but it's not just crazy. I have in the past used, like Scott Barnes did, the all-nighter from Urban Decay. But wow, if you do not do it just right, and if you do not set it just right, it will be the cakiest mess you have ever seen underneath your eyes. So I would only use that if I, 1, was really young and didn't need to worry about it, or 2, just really needed that coverage. And then I would just work with it until I found, you know, what I needed. But that I have found I really like if I'm using it under makeup. Okay, another one that I really like, and this is the Hourglass Sepia. Just a good one, like right along with the, has a consistency kind of like the Dior and the Fenty. This is a little bit more yellow. This is just really brightening, really pretty. Good to put on if you're doing the whole V thing. Good to put on if you're just putting a few dots. Has good coverage, doesn't crease too much. See how smooth it is? It just blends right out. Just really pretty. I have enjoyed that so much. Okay, now down to the brighteners. This I have used for so many years, and they quit making it, and I do not know why they would quit making this, but it is the Maybelline DreamLumi in the shade Radiant. And what I love this for is to put just a dot right there, and then just blend it in, and it is just so pretty. It just really illuminates. But I've also used this for years. This is the Prep and Prime from MAC Radiant Rose, and it's very similar. So let me find a dark spot, like right here. Put it in those little dark areas, and it'll really brighten them up. I see you, Bubba. I see you. Oh, that's Sassy. So that is really good too. So I've probably bought like 3 of these, and just, I actually have backups of these, but I hate to wear it. I hate to wear stuff that you can't get, because I know when I watch people, I want to see things that I can go get if I want to. So I think that is it. Of course, I've got many more that I could do honorable mentions, and I've probably forgotten some, but those are the ones that just day to day. See, like I like this Tarte creaseless, but it is, whoo, it is thick and it does not dry down. So it takes extra care. You know, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, it's kind of like the all-nighter. It has amazing coverage, lasts all day, but you have to do it just right to keep it from being just creasy. I mean, the Makeup Forever HD, I wasn't crazy impressed with that. I mean, there are just some in here that I like. And, you know, and I've tried like the Infallible Pro and all that stuff, but I just think these are the ones that I could keep for the rest of my life and be happy. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick, very casual outfit of the day. I am, you guys know how I am. I'm just like, when I get something on my mind, I am like a dog with a bone, a dog with a sock. I will not let it go. And I have been on my, basically just my house. I haven't messed with too much inside yet, but I've been doing my flowers. And I tell you, I was thinking yesterday, if you think makeup and shoes and clothes are addictive, flowers are so addictive for me. When I was pregnant with Will, Brooke and I, when she was little, we would go out every afternoon anyway and water the pants. She would start begging like at 3, and I would make her wait until it cooled down enough. But, and I would just plant so many flowers. And back then we had so many woods around us that I could barely do it because the deer would eat all of my flowers. They would come up and eat my bushes. I mean, it was terrible. Now that we've got that house next door, I'm feeling like I can do a little bit more. And we've got almost like a totally different yard now that we took down so many trees after the hurricane and when he cleared that lot. So now I have like a full, just half a day of full, beautiful sun. And so I'm having so much fun. You'll see I've got that back there. I just bought it yesterday. I'm actually gonna pot that and put it out front. And I am gonna get some more plants for inside because John and I both love them. And just putting that inside because it had gotten cooler the past couple of nights. We brought it in and we just love the way it looks. So I'm definitely gonna get some more for inside. My porch looks like a jungle, a beautiful, beautiful jungle. And we have a yard guy coming to help us, but he said it would at least be 6 weeks. So I don't know how much I'm gonna feel comfortable with showing you until we get the yard straight because we haven't got mulch in our beds and stuff, but I'll probably show you a few things. So anyway, all of that was going to the fact that I have on clothes that I can go get flowers and home stuff. I've got another load to take to my storage building. So that I've got on comfy clothes, but I'll show you anyway. So I've got on my Zella leggings. Oh, and let me switch my flip-flops out real quick. Okay, I had on my regular flat Havaianas, but I do think the wedge makes such a big difference. And then just a white tank top. And then I just got this in the mail yesterday. I had placed an H&M order so long ago that I swear when I got the box, it was like someone had just sent me a gift. I had no idea what was in there. I think I ordered it before the shutdown and this was in there and I love this so much, you guys. It's almost like the wrinkled one that I got from Zara and I've been wearing that a lot. It's been cooler the past couple of days, but this is from H&M and see how it's the linen and it's just already wrinkly and soft. And I just think that this is such a cool way to throw on an outfit or throw this over an outfit like a black dress, anything, and then look a little bit, you just look a little bit more stylish. It's just so much better than a big sweatshirt or something like that. And so I hope that this is still available because I love it. And this is a medium. And you could roll these sleeves up, but I just liked the way it looks. I feel like sometimes when you roll the sleeves up, it just complicates it. Complicates the look even more. John put these on today. These are my bracelets that I got from HRH collection along with the necklaces. I like cheeky. And then this heart is so cool. Look how thick it is. Both of them are really nice. And I also love this chain. And then of course my Y neck or U necklace, Y necklace. And this herringbone necklace was mine. I don't know if it was high school or maybe right after high school, but it's another one that my mom found in my room upstairs and she had tucked them away along with this little bracelet right here. And so I put it on the other day and I've been wearing it. It doesn't get tangled up or anything. And I've just been keeping it on. So I'm just really tickled about that. It's neat that the herringbone has come back in style. And excuse me, still my Kiss nails that have been one of the highlights of my life through this little shutdown quarantine thing. I love them. I'm so glad that this got me to try them because I love them. No rings, no earrings because I felt like I had enough on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.